On this episode of In the Garage, we are trolling Bring a Trailer yet again to find the best, most interesting car ever.
Trolling or trawling?
You can figure it out.
It's not the most interesting car ever.
You don't know that. We haven't
It's
found
just
it yet.
the one of the week.
You're just, yeah, it's just,
No,
it's just,
it's the
our-
most interesting car
Are
ever.
you saying our Ultimate Quest is the most interesting car ever?
Yeah, for the week.
well, maybe we found that 3
Okay.
years ago and it wasn't even recorded.
Probably not.
Could have been.
All right. First car. Who is this?
Oh, this is me. See, most interesting car of the world. 1998 Peugeot French 605 4x4 rally raid car. Yep, that's a dog scratching.
Bid to 77,000.
Bid to 77,000. It's got a V6, it's 4-wheel drive. It's got a 5-speed transfer case.
What is interesting about this?
French. It's a
It's a rally raid car.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, what's not interesting?
What's the 605?
Have you watched any Dakar Rally?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
This year?
No.
I think it was on. I don't know
This
if it's
did
over.
be-
Maybe it ended last week.
think, yeah.
Honestly, I'm really more into the support trucks.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
These are kind of neat too. I don't know what you do with it other than jump berms and
I mean, I suppose if you live near some desert, you could go
I think
do
you
some
move to somewhere where there's dunes.
deserty stuff. Hey, you could go out to Buck Creek. Is it Buck Creek?
Buck
there's
Creek.
yeah, there's sand dunes there. Out by Springfield.
Where's Buck Creek?
What'd you call me?
It's out by Springfield.
Well, you can go up to Michigan, or you can go out to California or Nevada or
Utah.
Dakar.
I think that's relatively unsafe. I think they do the Dakar in South America now, don't they? In Peru.
This year Dakar was in Saudi Arabia.
Just round and about in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because it's not very far across Saudi Arabia, I don't think. No matter how you go across it.
It's got those.
Fair enough.
It's a neat thing.
Yeah.
It's a neat thing. I don't want it.
I mean, when was the last time you seen one?
How
many
this
are
is
there?
The only time I've seen one.
I bet this is the rarest car we see tonight.
How many of them are there?
Let's say
At least one.
I think if it's a race car, there's at least two.
It's a rally raid car.
Okay.
So probably at least two.
And next.
Don't close it.
Whoa.
Sorry.
It might have been the winner.
Whoa.
It's not going to be the winner.
What happened?
All right. Sorry. I'll go back. Back up.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Leave it.
I mean, it's going
Who's
to
You
this?
closed it again, didn't you?
Oh, it's right here.
Okay. All right.
Calm down.
Good golly. Oh, this is another one of my
Ooh.
super bitchin' cars. It's a 1970 C10. It's been modified. It's modified step side, and it's got a 427 with 6-speed.
didn't sell.
Well, no one wanted it.
Bid
Obviously.
to 48.
This thing's worth $200,000.
It's pretty neat.
I don't.
At least 100.
It's not my cup of tea.
What do you mean?
I'm not a big fan of step side beds. I'm definitely not a fan of lowered trucks with tiny wheels.
You don't like anything
Tiny
good.
wheels.
What do you mean tiny wheels?
Or it's got tiny tires. I don't know. It looks tiny.
Those look pretty big to me.
I don't know what purpose this serves.
Fun.
In what respect?
Fast.
It's got a Dart 427 small block.
They put
It's a 427
Chrysler
small
engine
block.
in a Chevy?
No.
427 is not a Chrysler. What are you talking about?
Oh, Dart. Not like a Dodge Dart.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Like Dart, engine
Dart's
maker.
the manufacturer. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Which
Turtles'
is probably
heads.
based off of a Chevy big block.
The thing is bitching. No, it's a small block.
Small block.
Okay, fine. Still based off a Chevy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in a Chevy truck.
Got a 9-inch. So they narrowed the bed to get the big meats to stick under the fenders, and then they widened the fenders to meet the bed. How cool is that?
It's a pointless thing to
Can't
stick
even
with.
tell. You can't even tell. It looks like a normal truck.
Sure. It looks like somebody took a truck I don't like and made it worse.
That's the best pickup truck Chevy ever made.
And you don't like it.
How do you not like that? It's got a carbon fiber spoiler on the front.
Back. Youth.
In front. Probably a grill too. Cowl
Okay.
hood.
You were asking me how I don't like that?
Pearl white.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you not like about it?
It's a standard cab. Don't
Is
like
it
that.
the reflectors in the rear
It's a
fenders?
step side. I don't like that. It's not actually a pickup. Don't like that.
What do you mean it's not
It
a
is
pickup?
It's got stuff.
It's got a
in where
tonneau
the bed
cover.
is.
It's got a ton. What do you not? You don't like security?
I don't think that's a tonneau cover.
It's a
I think
tonneau.
that's
It's an
to cover up.
It's open there.
I don't think it is.
That's open bed.
I don't think so.
You're crazy.
Find me a picture.
It's right there.
I think that's just a hole. I don't think there is a bed.
Oh, look. It's open. You can put stuff in it.
Whatever. It's got racing seats. There's many reasons I don't like this.
And
They're not racing seats.
Whatever. They're not normal
just
car seats.
seats.
Truck seats.
Why aren't they normal car truck seats?
Because they're not.
Okay. It's a great reason.
It's not a reason. It's a description.
It's got
It's not
coilovers.
a description.
My thing is, I don't like the exhaust. Oh, wait a minute. Hold that. I love the exhaust.
It's got boom tubes.
Yeah, for some reason, the other picture, a couple pictures ago, just had it end at with turn downs. I even like those wheels with the holes.
Yeah.
That's our
So do
bad
I.
wheels.
I don't see what's bad here. There.
He's a hater.
Well, I accept that you like it, but I don't like it. I don't see what's good.
Road America.
Yeah, sure it is. I think this is the ultimate street car.
Ah, right.
This guy's gonna get the ass off easy.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good.
It's certainly rumbly.
6-speed manual. You don't see that very often in a pickup truck.
Huh.
I like it.
I like it too.
It's better than a French car.
Yep. So I can close it
I
now.
disagree.
Yeah, you can
But-
close the French
All
car.
right. Closing the French car.
1938 BMW 327 Cabriolet. I think it's a good looking car. I decided this week I'm just going to pick cars that I think are good looking,
It's a pretty good looking Morgan.
except that it's a BMW.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a BMW.
Oh, that's not a Morgan plus 8?
No,
What kind of BMW is it?
it's a 1938 BMW 327 Cabriolet,
Okay.
Huh.
which
It was delivered on Christmas Eve. Look at that.
I like. Christmas Eve 1938.
Huh.
Or Christmas Eve 1937. What year did they start doing this stupid naming thing?
What?
Is a 1938 BMW actually from 1938?
Why wouldn't it
Oh,
be?
you're talking about the model year thing?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm assuming it was in 1938.
That is a good looking car with the top up.
Uh-huh.
And I like the blue interior.
Yeah.
I imagine that it's not super awesome to drive,
Why?
just because it's old.
Okay.
I mean, it should have at that time drum brakes and
I guess I don't know what you mean by it's super awesome to drive.
acceleration and braking and steering all being relatively crappy by modern standards. I mean, I don't know if that's true.
Okay. So you're saying modern cars are the only cars that drive nice.
No.
And if it doesn't drive like your Subaru,
Well, it
then
doesn't have
drive
blue
nice.
teeth.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. I don't understand then.
Okay, so in 1938, I would assume it's drum brakes all around.
Probably.
It's pretty skinny tires.
Yeah.
It's going to be manual steering, although there's not nearly as much weight to deal with.
Right.
I don't imagine that it accelerates all that well. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's a 2-liter straight six.
It's going to have a probably cable actuated clutch.
2 liters.
Just
Yeah,
it's not
that's
going to
puny.
be pleasant by modern standards to drive, but I would still enjoy driving it because I think it's a cool car.
Wasn't he? I guess you could correct me if I'm wrong here, but wasn't he gushing last week about an 11-liter
Yep.
open wheel
Yeah.
something or other?
Thing that wasn't real.
Not because that thing would be good driving, but because I think that thing is cool.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's open top.
It's a very different thing, I think.
Well, it's German, so it's probably gonna start.
It's German, so it's probably going to start.
Yeah. Is that an ashtray in the middle of the dash?
Probably.
Where are we going?
Over there.
Oh my god. He's very nervous.
Well, car sold for $151,000.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
151,000 for this pile of junk, and I couldn't even get 48 for my awesome truck.
I would much rather pay 151 for this than 48 for that.
And do this in it?
I like this. I'm not sure what I would do with it.
Is it
I'd
because
go for a drive?
it's got crank out windshield?
It's because it is stylish and comes from.
Is it
a
because
different
it's
time.
got chrome on top of the doors with the windows down? You'd roast your arm if you put them on it on a hot day?
I don't think you're meant to put your arm on it. I don't like the head mounted camera.
I hate it.
I mean, I guess it does give a. Here's what you'd see, more or less.
It doesn't look that slow.
No, I mean it's not like a riding mower.
No.
Like I said, I like this car. I would have it. I just don't. I don't imagine that it is particularly awesome to drive.
Probably pretty futuristic wheels, right? For 38?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. It's swoopy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good looking Morgan.
Not that it matters, but I think this is far superior to that pickup truck
Well,
You mean in price?
in everything.
I do agree that that's a neat car. But yeah, that's not. I'd rather have that.
Well, that is your right.
That looks a lot more fun. Plus, that drives like a modern car,
Yeah.
which is one of your concerns.
I don't think it probably does because it's a race car.
It's not a race car.
He was driving it on a racetrack.
Yeah. You can drive anything on a racetrack.
It's true, but it looks race car-ish on the inside.
It
No.
doesn't.
I don't
It's
think
got
that's probably
seats.
all that
It's
awesome
got
to drive
2
either.
seats. It's got carpet. It's got
Yeah.
everything. Just because there's a fire extinguisher in there.
It's even got air conditioning.
And a removable steering wheel.
It doesn't
and what
have
looks
air
like race seats.
It could have like a cool suit box somewhere.
Whatever.
Anyway, that's better. Next, who's this?
This is me. 1926 Stutz AA boat tail race car. Sold for $250,000.
Well, this is better than the BMW.
I love the look of it. I actually like the interior quite a bit, even though this is a race car. And I don't like race cars, but old race cars aren't really like race cars. So there's that. So there you go. I like
It's
it.
7 liters.
Yes.
7-liter Duesenberg engine.
Huge.
So it was nicknamed the Stutzenberg.
Stutzenberg. No supercharger, though.
Oh,
Well, this one's got drum brakes.
I'm sure it does.
it's got a Stutz engine back in it
Oh my god.
and a replacement aluminum body.
It's
Oh,
300 cubic
no.
inch. So just shy of 5 liters. Anyway, I like it. I'd have it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Was that the WRL race last year
Uh-huh.
at Ohio?
Yep.
That's what it looks like. Center lock wheels? Wow. Fancy.
Go ahead and close it and keep your stupid pickup.
How do you know I was going to do that?
Because you are.
Oh, yep, I am. Who is this?
I
Sorry.
think this is me. 1957 Jaguar
Did you-
XK 150 3.4 liter drop head coupe 4-speed. What?
Did you pick a green with tan?
No, I picked this one.
We may both
Bear
pick this
picked this one.
Well, so did I then.
And Mason picked it too.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Why don't you believe us?
Because you didn't pick it.
Well,
I mean, if you did pick it, go ahead and talk about it.
It's a Jag. It's green.
Yep.
it's a 150
It's a 150.
drop head.
What's the difference between a 120 and a 150?
I have no idea.
When did they stop using the word drop head?
Also, don't know that.
You need to learn these things if you're going to be buying these
I
cars.
don't think I do because I think I would never buy that car unless $56,000 didn't mean anything to me.
And is this considered a coupe? Because they say it is.
It's a drop head coupe.
I know.
Maybe drop head coupe is convertible.
Well, I would hope so.
Anyway, I think it's a good looking car. I'd have it. I think I'd prefer the BMW.
Yeah. No, you'd look fine in there. Yeah.
Make sure to get my Santa hat.
No, your beard's gray enough for it. Yeah.
It's funny because sometimes it looks gray and sometimes it looks brown.
Well, probably when it's wet or something.
Could be.
It is pretty nice.
That's nice. Oh man. I didn't even look at the price. I was going to say that's a nice $30,000 car.
It's definitely no old Chevy pickup, though.
Yeehaw.
Who's this?
That would be me.
$1 million.
You know what I said today when I was doing Bring a Trailer is I'm just going to pick things that I like and I don't care how much they cost. And this is one of them. 1969 Ferrari Dino 206 GT. It's a beautiful car. I love the color. I love the shape. I like the wheels. And yes, it's $1 million.
I mean, you don't have to buy it, so it's good to look at.
I also think it is vastly, orders of magnitude superior to that stupid pickup.
Just because it's a GM product doesn't mean it's bad. This thing,
No, that's a bad GM product.
the pickup truck?
Yes, not all GM products are bad, but that one is.
I mean, this one's an aluminum body, so that's a good thing going for it.
It was refurbished in 2017, stripped to bare metal before being refinished in its original shade of Azzurro Metallizzato.
It's a good color.
It's a great color.
I like the wheels.
Yep. Those are just naturally good looking. Riley says no.
The dog does not like it. He's going to throw up.
Yep.
Whatever those little things that go through the door into the rear quarter are,
Scoops.
I like them. They look good.
Oh, my.
Dude,
What is this, an Audi interior?
I don't like
That
that.
wouldn't be my first choice. I mean, having a different color in there is great, but
You
that's
just
not
spent $1 million on it.
Yeah. You know
And they
what?
put the door handle in the wrong place.
I don't think that's the door handle. I think that's
Is that the floor handle?
It's the O'Shea handle.
Not sure a 206 GT needs an O-shit handle.
Yeah. Like,
2 liters.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's pretty-ish.
It's way better.
It's way more expensive.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true. It's 20
the
of your shitty C10
the
pickups.
pickup truck, even
It's a fleet.
even if they actually paid what that truck was worth,
Be 10,
it would be
15.
I like 2 pickup trucks for the price of that thing.
What?
Yeah, that thing was nice. Did you not see it?
No, apparently not.
I mean, I like the door handles. It's got vent windows.
It's all very nicely done.
It's got floor handles. You know what those are? I bet that is if you're going around a corner real fast, you can just pull up on the handle and flatten the car out a little bit. It's like a manual sway bar.
I think that's just to hold on. I like those wheels a lot.
Yeah, the wheels are good.
I think the only thing that I'm not particularly chuffed about is the color of the seat inserts. And I think
they're not
that's
good.
pretty easy to fix.
$1 million and you got to fix the interior.
You're always
Right.
going to have to change something.
Say Fiat. Sure does.
Are those original fuses? Most of
Probably.
them look like they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and close it. Keep your dumb pickup.
Why are you telling me to do that?
No, I don't want you to do that. I'm just accepting that that's what's going to happen.
Fair.
Mason likes these.
Fair.
I don't like these. I mean, they're pretty. It's an aluminum body. That's cool,
Yeah.
I guess. But
Yeah, I'm not. They look good.
now, if it had an LS in it, maybe worth, you know.
All right. Is this Soren?
No, don't move it. 1970 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe 4-speed. Now
Which I don't do.
they fucked it up a little bit. They put the newer bumper on the back and on the front.
That looks terrible.
But it's
The
a
newer
green
bumper?
Well, they didn't have those. The back ends didn't look like that in
It
70.
looks like they just cut one off
What
and
about the
stuck it on
window?
with epoxy.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have that there either.
Good wheels, though.
So, but Corvette Summer, Greenwood.
Ish.
It's a Greenwood.
It's a Greenwood, yeah. Is it a Greenwood? Is it actually the Greenwood body?
I think so.
Doesn't really say,
It
does it?
looks like it. And at the end, it had a Greenwood Corvette picture. It's modified with turbo-style pontoon bodywork with revised to it. So I was kind of curious. I haven't looked at this car in deep. I don't know if it's a 70.
Why?
It says it is.
Well, it says it is, but there's a whole lot that's not 70 about it, like Mason was saying. But this was probably one of those, it was probably built when the newer Corvettes came out. And they're like, oh, that's just an old Corvette. We'll make the old Corvette look like the new Corvette because that's a new Corvette.
Oh, it's got an LT1.
Yeah. 370,
Yeah.
380 foot-pounds. Things are ripping.
Yeah, this is just like the Porsche thing.
Right.
They just modified that to make it look like a new one.
Yep. Look at those headers.
Going to actual side pipes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's mainly why I picked it.
Not a lot of videos. Oh,
It sounds terrible. You know what this sounds like? Soren's 11-liter.
The windmill race car?
Yeah, from last week.
Right. I'll be honest, I don't like this car except for maybe the wheels, but I like it way better than the pickup.
Really?
Yes.
You're obtuse.
I'm bigger than 90 degrees?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I love the wheels. I like the front end. I just don't like the back end.
It
I
doesn't,
think if they would have kept the 70 rear end with the flares,
it doesn't look like the back end is put on right. It looks like it's on a weird angle.
it is.
Like they just cut off the back end of another car and glued it on.
Yeah, that's what happened.
No, it's a kit. You buy that kit.
It
for the
doesn't. It
Corvette.
looks like it's tipped up too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the center line matches. So maybe it's not. Maybe that's just the terrible way that whatever that came off of looked.
No, it's just an old car, and they made it look like a newer one with wide body. How much was it? I didn't.
21,000.
Oh,
I feel like that's a good deal.
I think that's a really good deal.
yeah. I mean, the engine's worth some of that.
Some part.
Yeah.
Okay. Soren, you like the Corvette better.
I dislike the Corvette less.
It's cheaper.
So you like the Corvette better.
We could say yes.
Fair?
I would buy the pickup truck first.
You don't know how much the pickup is.
I'd still buy it.
It's definitely more than 48,000.
Yeah, it's probably double that, I would guess. And this week, Sword doesn't care about money, so yeah, I don't know. The Corvette is cool.
That's
Vastly better looking.
that's pretty good. For 21 grand.
And it's good for one of those. Most of those look like crap now.
I mean, it's bad if you want a really original Corvette. It's
But
terrible
who wants that?
if you wanted that.
Yeah.
But for a late 70s, early 80s,
Mm-hmm.
IMSA style street car,
Yeah.
that's pretty killer.
Those wheels have so much, what is it, dish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The wheels are killer.
So you say truck, you say Corvette.
I do.
Did that say that was painted candy apple pastrami?
No. Persimmon.
Persimmon. Although it's kind of a pastrami color. I want you to come up with a paint bear that is called candy apple pastrami, please.
Maybe it'd be a one of those scratch and sniff colors.
Why are we looking at
not-
Hot Rod
I'm
magazine?
not seeing it here.
There it is.
Oh man, look at that.
There's the kit.
Well, that kit almost looks like it has the original back end and there's just stuff added.
No, it comes with the whole back. The
Yep.
whole back of the car is new.
Huh.
Because the back end of that car didn't look like that. Interesting. When did that kit come out?
Sometime in the 70s.
That says February 1980.
The magazine.
Well, so it's before then.
Huh.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, you cut the whole body off and then put a new body on it.
Glue.
Or bubble gum.
That's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat.
Is that a Marlboro ad? That's a Winston ad.
Is that a Corvette? Are those?
I don't know. One of them is.
I think that is too.
With all of the bodywork taken off. And
Well, I
some other
love
stuff
the
put on.
I love the paint jobs on both of them.
Yep.
I like the weighing on the gold one.
In the big block.
Yep.
All right, let's pick one.
Damn you.
Quit your stalling.
I gotta pick the truck.
That's sad.
I know. Next. Ooh.
Who's this?
This is me.
You should say what it is.
1968 Dodge Charger RT 426 Hemi. Sold for $130,000.
Is that a big block?
Yep. That's definitely a big block.
Where do the headlights live?
In the grill.
Behind the panels.
Do they fold up or slide out of the way?
Uh-huh.
Which one?
Yep.
It's got to be one or the other.
Slide up, flip out.
It's got Bear's favorite taillights.
Yep. 68.
Good blue.
Whoa. Why does that look way newer than that?
Probably because it is.
The seats look like they were
They're
from
original.
the 80s.
They're original.
They could have been reupholstered recently.
Sure. But I'm saying that's the original style.
Huh.
He's saying the style looks newer.
Yeah.
Oh, I disagree. That definitely looks like it's from the 60s.
No.
That looks like my grandmother's parlor.
There's your headlights open.
Yeah, but what happened to the grill meshy stuff?
They moved.
Did they fold up or did they slide out of the way?
Yep.
I'm not going to get an answer. What's that yellow light for?
Huh?
What are we looking at there?
Where?
There's like a amber.
Right here?
Yeah.
It's your turn signal.
But where is it?
In the hood.
Is that just for you?
Yep.
All right. So you know it's working?
So you know which one's blinking.
Does it not have a thing on the dash?
Might. I've never owned a 68 Hemi Charger, so I'm not exactly sure.
Fair enough. So when the headlights open, it's not an RT anymore
Why?
because the RT goes out of the way.
Does it?
I think so, on the front. Look at those tires. They have like mold marks on the sides. Terrifying.
You don't
Those
think
seats.
those look from the 70s?
I think they look 68.
Looks like something Kojak would drive.
All right, Soren.
I am going to abstain on this one.
You can't abstain.
Dane?
No, I don't have an
You
opinion.
have to pick.
I don't like either one of them.
What do you mean?
I can't pick.
What do you
Sorry.
mean you can't pick?
I don't like either one.
Well, one's got to be less bad than the other.
Dodge so much.
It's got hideaway headlights.
It's a Hemi.
I don't care.
It's an RT.
It's a Dodge. This
This what?
the Charger.
Is what? What are you doing?
I'm voting for it over the pickup.
You pick the Charger Hemi over the pickup?
I just did.
Okay. Fair?
Is that a manual?
It's an automatic.
I'll stick with my 6-speed 427 small block powered pickup truck, please.
I don't like the way this is going.
I don't either.
At least it wasn't the first thing.
No.
It was the second thing.
I know. All right.
That might be me too. 1972 Ferrari 365 GTC4 in blue, a good blue with a beige interior. Sold for $257,500.
Great blue.
It is. And while I think I like the shape of the Dino better, I like this a lot.
This is a way better car than the Dino, my opinion.
In terms of what?
I think it looks better
I don't think it looks
all
better.
around.
The interior looks better.
Maybe not better, but like that view,
That's good
pretty.
view.
That's pretty good.
It is.
Those wheels look great. Similar color, but front engine V12.
Right?
Trump's mid-engine.
Yeah, this
V6.
is
I accept that.
marginally uglier, but way better than a Dino.
Marginally uglier. Do you mean that, or do you mean it is slightly less good looking?
Yeah, isn't that what that means?
I don't think it has different connotation.
And I really don't think the nose is long enough.
It could be longer, but I think it is sufficiently long.
Could we put a Dodge Daytona nose on it?
No.
I think these are basically a 4-seater Ferrari Daytona.
Daytona? Yeah,
Yep.
that's kind of what it looks like. I like it. How many millions is this one?
250.
250 million?
It's a quarter of
Thousand.
millions.
Oh, well, that's a bargain.
Mm-hmm.
It is comparatively inexpensive.
Since I'm on a video kick.
It's gotta sound good.
Sounds pretty good.
It does. And
Yeah.
for being a 50-year-old car, 52-year-old car, maybe even 53, the inside looks pretty tight. Like everything looks to be where it should be and not terribly brutalized.
Yeah.
Is that a tootle around car?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean? I wouldn't take it to the grocery store. That's a going out on a nice day and driving down Riverside or going on country roads or whatever.
Is that
Okay.
not tootling around?
I wasn't aware specifically of what you meant by tootling around, so
Well, you came up with it.
that doesn't mean I know what you mean by it.
Huh.
Yeah, it is a driving for pleasure car. How's that?
Point A to point A.
Yes.
And I'm going to assume you like that better than the pickup.
Of course I do.
Fair?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, they're worth about the same amount of money.
Wow.
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 Wow, what?
I don't think they're worth the same amount of money.
You don't think they're both worth 150 grand?
Nope.
All right. Well,
The truck's cool, but I'm not seeing 150.
truck's cool. I don't know. The Ferrari's cool.
Uh-huh.
How about you choose first?
Would you pick Soren?
I picked the Ferrari.
Okay. Next.
Good. Glad we're all in agreement on that.
This is one of mine.
A s-
1992 Ford Mustang SSP police car.
Oh, well. Next.
Go ahead, Soren.
That just reminds me of the Turbo Pursuit.
It does.
I mean,
These were real.
It didn't have white doors or a top, but
They had the
Initial
special
package.
service package. Served with California Highway Patrol for 10 years.
I mean, lucky officers, right?
Yep.
That got those.
Yep. Kind of boring inside. It's got a shotgun.
Yeah.
Soren. I mean,
I'm not going to buy a car for a shotgun.
Well, it's only a $50,000 car,
I've got many cooler shotguns than that.
but that one's probably not even real.
All of my shotguns are cooler than that, in fact. That's just a base 870 as best as I can tell. It's cool. I don't want it.
50 grand.
What's in the trunk?
Dynamite.
Holy flares.
That's dynamite disguised as road
There's
flares
flares, hand sanitizer, what looks like maybe a thing to cover up a body,
and a small fire extinguisher.
Yep.
fire extinguisher, some do not cross tape. You know, that's got to be, just as a side note, since we're talking about police cars, aside from, not having to stop at lights if you don't want to and donuts and whatever, the, look, more dead people to deal with. That's got to be a soul-crushing shitty job.
Donuts?
I don't think they do donuts very much.
No, eating them, not doing them in cars.
Oh. I think that's a stereotype. I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore, really.
Yeah.
I think you can. And what's more, I don't care if I can't. I'm doing it. I just did it.
I mean, you're talking about the
All right.
California Highway State Patrol.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you can say anything bad about them.
I'm sure somebody can.
Probably lots of people.
So it's 50 grand. Does it mean it's got 50 horsepower still?
225 is
225,
what those
yeah.
were.
Wow.
No, that's not a Ferrari.
I mean, Ferrari's way better.
Oh, look. Ferrari. It's the same one.
Who picked that? I think that was me.
That might have been you.
Well, I like it.
Well, there we go.
Good pick, Soren.
Thanks.
You know, from this angle, the back of it looks like a Chevrolet. Chevette? Monza?
Monza.
I mean, all cars kind of.
Where do you think the Monza got it from?
taper to a point?
No, I think the Mazda.
Monza.
Oh, Monza?
Mazda is a manufacturer.
Mazda
There
Monza?
are many Mazdas. Not the Mazda.
Chevy, Monza.
Chevrolet Mazda? Mazda?
Next. This one is me.
Thank you.
Custom Volkswagen Type 2 13 window bus.
Hope you know what you're doing here.
Well, I thought I knew what I was doing.
Didn't sell.
Bid to 56.
What?
That is a very a good, the brownie red part of the color scheme
Yeah.
there.
I like the
Yeah.
whole color scheme.
Yeah, it's a good color scheme. But that
Hate the wheels.
The
But that-
wheels kill it.
whatever color that is awesome.
It's root beer.
House of Color.
20-inch wheels.
I don't like those wheels. I do like the upholstery, not in that color necessarily, but I think they did a nice job with the leather work or vinyl work or whatever that is.
Hopefully, it's got a lot of power to haul that aircraft.
No,
No.
no, it does
doesn't.
not. I was thinking the same thing. I was
Oh,
thinking.
you looked at it?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's why I didn't make it on my list.
So that's an air-cooled opposed 4
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that makes what, 70 horsepower?
Maybe.
maybe. I mean, it looks like it's got dual carbs.
I mean, you can accomplish a lot with gearing, but
Not that much.
No,
it is very cool looking. Though.
I was thinking it was going to be a punched out like a 2200 or
Right.
something like that.
Yep.
Or maybe a turboed something. But I agree, the front end is menacing and cool.
Yeah.
The wheels kill it,
Wheels ruin it.
and the engine kills it.
On the upside, just want to throw this out there, even though I'm not supporting this and it appears to have air or
Oh,
Relax.
yeah. Really? Wow. So you like it?
no. But I just want to throw out there in its defense,
Yeah.
wheels are easy to change.
Yeah.
And I feel like a Volkswagen engine, it's not hard to change.
It's not.
Is that a rag top? It looks like there's goofy stuff going on up there.
There might be a
Weren't they all?
Yeah, it's got something. I don't. No.
No,
No.
maybe they all are now.
Maybe. Maybe all the black ones with
Yep.
rear trim.
That was what, bid 50-ish?
Yeah.
Yikes!
56.
How'd they not let
So,
that go for 50?
You could swap the wheels and the engine for what, 10 grand maybe?
It depends on how bitchin' of wheels you want.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But if you put
And how
sort of
bitchin' of an engine.
pedestrian wheels, you could put a Subaru engine in there.
Ew.
What?
Or you could put an old Porsche engine, whatever. I think there's more room than is needed for the engine that it currently has.
Okay.
$57,000.
It's not
All
a
right.
great job.
Next.
Next.
Oh,
My 1991 Jeep Wagoneer, so-called the Hell Wagon, with a Hellcat power. I haven't looked at this too much, but it's got good stuff from what I remember. Hellcat, that was definitely not stolen. Got an 8-speed. It's been repainted, I think, with new wood grain. And the interior's got that going on. Tan with blue plaid.
That doesn't look like a 91. That looks like late 70s, early 80s.
Oh yeah, it's a Jeep.
they didn't change much.
So they just kept making that Woody for 20 some years.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough.
I think that came out in the 60s.
30 some years.
Yeah, and I think good original ones aren't too far off of this price, or at least they weren't for a little while.
126,000.
Yeah. New, like, mint original ones were in the 90s to 100 for a little while. I don't know. Maybe they might have been the older ones, or I don't know if it was a 91 or not, but
So
I think this is cool.
has good wheels.
And I think it's a perfect candidate for a Hellcat swap.
I would like to say for the record that I wouldn't own this. But if I did own this,
What do you mean you wouldn't own it?
it's not my cup of tea.
Because it says Jeep on it?
It's not my cup of tea.
What kind of racist thing are you thinking against it?
It doesn't appeal to me. But if I bought this, I would replace the fake wood with real wood. I do like proper mahogany and probably
But that's
like
at least
white oak veneer.
new, nice fake wood.
I just think it would be funny to take that car and put real wood on it. And I love the interior.
Yeah. I think it's cool. It looks really comfy. I think it's a perfect use for a stolen Hellcat engine.
Did I say it has 39 miles?
Probably.
So it's been
Freshly built,
remanufactured. Is that the word?
Yep.
reimagined.
But when they put a new odometer in it, it's
Got new gauges.
not the same as restored.
But it does have 700 horsepower.
Yeah. And Willwood Master Cylinder.
That is an appropriate use of that engine, in my opinion.
Maybe even Willwood brakes. We're slowing down.
Uh-huh.
It's too much power.
Clicking too fast.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. I like it. I just don't like it for me. And I don't like it better than the Ferrari.
Well, just because it'll do all-wheel drive burnout donuts around your Ferrari. I didn't even check. Was this still four-wheel drive?
It's still 4-wheel drive.
Good. Looks like they did that exhaust nice.
Yeah.
It's got probably way too small of a fuel tank now.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
Well, it's a Jeep that you got to keep that part consistent. Always had too small fuel tanks.
I just don't see the reason not to have a big fuel tank.
It says 27 gallons.
That's not small.
That's
Not
not
small.
big enough.
That's not small.
My Tahoe has 26 gallons. And it doesn't even have 700 horsepower.
It's not like it's got a 15-gallon tank.
That's true.
Front disc rear drum.
That'd be fine. It'd be probably pretty good for burnouts.
Sure. 700 horsepower.
Uh huh. Yeah, I think that'd do pretty good burnouts.
Why wouldn't you just not use the brakes and do 4-wheel drive burnouts?
Well, I would.
Okay. Ferrari or this Bear?
Well, they're both blue.
Yep.
They both have tan interiors.
Sure.
They both have good wheels.
Mm-hmm.
That has better wheels.
The Jeep, yeah, I know.
No, the Ferrari has better
Ferrari's
wheels.
definitely got better wheels.
I mean, those are good wheels for a Jeep, but they're not.
Those wheels
the
have
same class.
700 horsepower behind them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Jeep just because I know you're going to kill it.
Suck. Killing it.
I didn't even get to vote.
Huh?
I said I didn't even get to vote.
You did
Sort-
vote.
I didn't vote.
No,
You
he
said
didn't.
it's not a Ferrari.
No, I said the wheels.
Yeah, and that's why he
Oh.
liked it more.
But I would have voted for the Ferrari.
1998 TVR Cerbera 4.2. Or Cerbera?
I think it's Sabra.
I would say Cerbera.
Cerbera?
Well, like Cerberus.
It's yellow.
Absolutely true.
Sold for 30,000.
It's got a weird front end.
What do you mean weird?
It's
elegant.
oh, we're not looking at it. Actually, it's got a weird front end too.
It's got kind of a weird
It's a
whole
TVR.
thing. It's a TVR.
It's weirdly bubbly everywhere.
The middle is the weirdest part.
It's pretty good interior though.
It's right-hand drive,
It is. Because they
and there's
all are.
gauges in the steering wheel
Yep.
Don't know that I'm against that.
with an air vent.
Yep.
I think I might be against that.
This is way better than a Ferrari. This was doing Ferrari things before a Ferrari was.
This is
Look at it. It's got everything in the
this is
steering wheel.
26 years
Ferrari
after
has.
Ferrari.
No,
Not
but
Ferrari.
Ferrari has everything in the steering wheel now. This has everything in the steering wheel before Ferrari had everything in the steering wheel.
Not sure that's a good thing.
Hey, man. People pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it now.
It's very interesting. Although you would probably get mistaken for a taxi cab if you went to the airport.
What?
It's got too much yellow and black.
I don't think so.
Definitely from the back, it has a taxi cab look.
How can you tell? What happened to the internet?
You've just become a constant.
You broke it. Yep. Again.
I didn't break it.
Yep.
I'm gonna, for my own part, say this is interesting, but I don't want it.
Carbon fiber air boxes. Or fiberglass.
For plastic.
Yeah. I can tell you one thing, they're not yellow.
They are not yellow. Although they could be yellow, being
Could
any
be.
of those materials.
Mm-hmm.
Bear.
All of these cars make me want my pickup truck back.
It's not coming back.
I mean, it's cool,
Yeah.
but also terrible.
Yeah. It is. It's both of those.
What do you think those things on the
Yeah.
bottom of the mirrors are?
I think that's how you get in it.
Yeah. I think that's the door openers.
There's no door handles.
So you push that and the door opens?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or not, in which case you're just screwed.
Yeah, it's TVR. They did weird stuff like
How do you get in it if the battery's dead?
I think there's poppers on the bottom of the rockers or handles because there's like a couple things hanging down. So there's probably like a little handle down there on the front. See, at the front of the door, there's like two little doodads.
I would have taken that as a jack point.
Well,
or where they bolted the frame together.
Or yeah.
Maybe that's where the gauges are plumbed into.
Okay, that or the Ferrari.
I'm going with steering wheel vent.
Really?
I don't know.
I think he's just
You're
being,
going with this over the
he's
Ferrari.
being spiteful.
Is he?
Is
I
it
think so.
obtuse? Is the word you're looking
I'm
for?
Ferrari.
I mean, the
You
Ferrari.
like that better?
Obdurate.
It's yellow. I
It's
like
Ferrari.
yellow.
You
Not
like
obtuse.
that better than that?
Maybe if I was freshly out of a mental institution,
Okay.
I would.
Last car.
A 1993 Jaguar XJ220-N.
Of course.
What's the dash in mean?
That is the
Uh,
most significant part of this car. This was one of 3 race cars produced. It was the only one that wasn't raced in the first year or in the series. I think it might have been raced in later series, but it wasn't raced in the it was unraced and then sold in 94 and blah blah blah.
So it was not, it didn't have a livery.
No, it's silver underneath. This is just a vinyl wrap that they did for some sort of show. But
Indeed.
it's got all the streetcar stuff.
Good wheels.
Yeah. Better than the stock wheels for sure. Or the streetcar wheels. I think these had more power. They had a little higher boost. They had slightly less carpeting on the inside. And this one's got a Holly dash or aim dash or something.
Aim.
And some sort of ECU.
Is it front wheel drive?
No.
What?
It said it had a transaxle. So I was checking.
Yikes.
This is a vintage in supercar.
Okay.
Yep. It was supposed to be a V12 all-wheel drive car.
Mm-hmm.
But then it wasn't all wheel drive.
Then it was a V6
Twin turbo.
twin turbo rear wheel drive.
That's something of a disappointment.
Tell that to the guys that put down payments on them.
And then sued.
Yeah. But look at that. I love the wheels.
Did they win?
I don't know.
I think some of them got money back
Did they?
or their deposits back.
Because I
I
feel
don't
like
know if people that received the cars got money back. I don't know.
Yeah.
if
I don't remember. I just remember they sued. And it kind of made sense. I mean,
Yeah.
they put down a deposit on a car that didn't exist.
it then didn't happen.
It happened. Just slightly
I
less.
think maybe they got their money back.
With half as many cylinders and half as many drive wheels.
I think
Yeah,
that
but
was,
it's twin turbo and it made kind of the same power it was going to make.
Yeah, but it's not what you bought.
right.
Sure.
It's not what they put a down payment
Right.
on.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't care for the livery.
Well, it's just silver underneath.
Well, it just I don't.
It's a lot of vinyl peeling right there.
I would leave it.
I would just buy the Ferrari and keep.
I would leave it.
$1,000.
And
And it is a lot more expensive than the Ferrari.
no way.
It is more than twice as much.
That's 4 times the car. Kidding me? 2 turbos.
I just think the Ferrari's cooler looking.
The history this thing has.
I vote Ferrari.
You're wrong. Jag.
We each get a vote.
All the way.
If I was going to own one of those and drive it, I would vote the Ferrari.
I don't think you two have agreed on any car.
You can drive that on the streets.
Can you?
Yeah.
How do you know?
It's got all the streetcar stuff except for the carpet.
But can you drive it on the street?
Is it
it's got a
recognized
VIN.
as a car? Has a bill of sale. It doesn't have a title.
You don't need a title in every state.
I'm just saying that isn't a great indicator.
I bet that thing drives nicer than that Ferrari.
That's probable.
So that's what it looks like underneath.
That's better.
Yeah, that's way better.
But I don't want to peel the vinyl off. And it isn't necessarily going to come off well anyway.
Why? It was just put on a couple months ago.
I think it said 2017.
No, 2024. I think they wrote that article in 2017.
You're right. 2024.
It'll come off
international,
easy
blah, blah, blah.
peasy.
Still don't want to do it. I'm Ferrari.
It's slightly more than $500,000.
It's significantly more than $500,000. It's slightly
What do you
less than
mean?
$750,000.
And how much was that slow and weird Ferrari?
$250.
50.
Ah, it's a lot for a $100,000 car.
I think this is pretty neat,
Yeah.
but I've never liked the way those look.
Why?
They look just kind of like a squished. I don't know. Kind of looks like if you had a kid in school draw a supercar, that's what they would come up with
Are the
if they weren't very good at drawing.
Really? And they wouldn't come up with a wedge?
so the headlights are just wrapped in white vinyl and the headlight shines through it?
I mean, look at it. Look how
No.
this is all just heavy back here.
What do you mean?
It is inelegant in the back.
It's great back there.
I mean, that's what
No,
the engine is,
the
so
headlight covers drop down.
they slide off to the side
No, I think they just drop down.
to where?
They are the floor of the headlights.
So it rotates?
No.
It reminds me a lot of that Chrysler car, the thing that was in the Wraith.
The LeBaron?
No,
I like that movie.
was that the Chrysler Interceptor?
Yeah, it was it's a prototype for something, right?
What was that thing called? Have you seen this movie, Bear?
Because you should, if you haven't.
No, but
It does actually look a lot like that car.
Oh, that's a Corvette.
No,
Yeah.
that's a Dodge.
Yeah. If Dodge made Corvettes, that's what that is.
That's a Dodge.
You know what that is? Cybertruck. That's a slammed Cybertruck right there.
It is a Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor.
Yep, that's the one.
Pace car. That one says.
And actually, it was on Leno's Garage recently.
Does he
really?
own it then?
No.
Oh,
some
that was
comedian.
the puppet guy.
Yeah, the
owned
puppet
it.
guy owns it.
It's a twin turbocharged 2.2 liter inline four, producing 400 horsepower.
Mhm.
Top
correct.
speed of 195 miles an hour.
Yeah. I really don't like that.
You've
Okay.
never seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
It's a really bad movie,
It looks good
but
though.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's racing a Firebird.
It's racing all kinds of stuff.
Hell yeah.
It's a movie about road racing and murder.
Yep. Road racing and murder.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Ooh. It's got Charlie Sheen.
With his extra like hair.
Oh, and the
entity.
Corvette from earlier
Yep.
tonight.
And the Corvette from earlier tonight.
I tried.
So what you're saying is that's probably the coolest looking car ever.
No.
I tried to
What
get
Go ahead.
Tanya to watch that movie.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, we were talking about something, and that movie came up, and she'd never seen it, and I thought that was weird because the 80s,
Mhm.
And so we watched a trailer for it, and she was not into it.
No.
Yeah, so I didn't watch it.
So you've watched that, but you haven't watched Smokey and the Bandit.
That is correct. I've seen that at least 20 times.
Or Cannonball Run.
Also correct. I've seen both of those movies, just not all the way through.
Cannonball Run is better than Wraith.
Most of the things I've seen in my life are better
That's
than
true.
Wraith.
That's true.
It is good by virtue of badness.
And I'm sorry, Bear, but the Ferrari.
Boo. Again.
What?
You guys are wrong again.
How's that again?
Well, I suppose, unless it's
Well, you guys picked
The last, no,
somebody's going to
last
think
week
that they were wronged.
it was the first car and it was the one you picked.
Yeah. But you guys voted against the better car
Nope.
at one point.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was that one time that you got tricked.
No, I didn't get tricked.
You did. You got tricked into giving up what you really wanted.
It wasn't really a trick. He just had to choose.
Yeah, but I don't understand his thinking on that one.
Nope.
Anyway, Jaguar is better than Ferrari. Good night.
Ferrari wins.
Which I don't consider to be a terrible disappointment, but apparently Bear does.
No. It's not a terrible disappointment.
And you can comment and whatever if you think Bear's right.
Oh, I'm going to comment.
Of you.
I'm going to comment every time you guys are wrong. Good night.
Good night.